Welcome guys, this is Blood Jams here. I'd like to formally welcome you guys to the channel. Now anyways, I'd like to show you guys some Guild Wars 2, some buggage at its ultimate greatness. Every once in a while when I spawn in on Lion's Arch, this is just over by the Mystic Toilet, and I just get spawned into literally nothing. I don't exist. My character is technically under the ground, it seems. You can try dancing, screwing with your camera settings, do whatever you want, and eventually you'll be able to move, but you're still moving underneath the ground, as you can see what I'm doing with my whirlwind there. And I was just so confused. Like, it takes like 3 minutes for me to get playing. This, if you notice, is sped up a bit, and it blows my mind. But anyways, eventually I do get out of the ground. That's always cool. But I'm here to talk about the new specializations. As you can see, I popped up a little image there of kind of what it's going to look like. You're only going to get 3 lines where you can add your traits. And your traits are now called specializations. And it just seems like there's going to add a lot more flexibility into the game. Nice thing is baseline stats are going to get increased, and also a lot of your baseline traits and things, even like the minor traits and things like that, a lot of the baseline stuff is going to be added to a lot of the professions, which is pretty awesome. Another thing that's really sweet is there's going to be new weapons, new skills, new mechanics, new traits, all coming in to the new expansion, and a lot of that's coming to the baseline game too. The elite specialization reward tracks look awesome. I mean, as far as like new people coming to the game, for Heart of Thorns, you have something to work for. The hero trait, hero points is how they're gonna set it up now. No longer skill points, and those skill points will be transformed into tier 6 mats, I believe. And those mats you can just use for crafting and blah blah blah, which is kind of awesome because I know I've got a lot of skill points sitting around from doing PvP and random things in the game that I have no use for, and there's a lot of traits and things in the game that literally just don't make any sense for as far as certain builds and synergy goes with a lot of things, and you'll just see a lot of cookie cutter meta builds that people run in PvP, and it's boring. For instance, Shout Warrior, the most boring like profession to play in PvP is Warrior. That's Shoutbo Warrior. You're super tanky, you literally just bow people, and I don't know. Yeah, I just don't enjoy the playstyle. I'm a Berserker Warrior player, and if I'm going to play PvP as a Warrior, I'm going Berserker. I don't care. Whether or not it's Greatsword Hammer or whatever, you know. It just doesn't work the way Shoutbo does, and as far as teamfight meta goes, I'm just really hoping that there's a lot of changes to the meta, and it just creates a more, I guess, flexible experience. Like, let's say you're going against a bunch of NGs and a Necro and a bunch of stuff like that. I can still be my Berserker Glass Cannon, but put enough points into Discipline and things like that that inherently make me tanky as a warrior the way the warrior actually is. I did notice that there was a couple things that were being changed to the healing signet as well, and they're thinking about adding a retaliation so you are immune to condition damage for a little while, so you'll actually might feel the benefit of actually popping healing signet every once in a while, which is pretty darn cool. As far as what you're seeing here is just me trying to dumpster kids with my scepter focus Ellie. I'm still pretty new to it, so if you see me doing some weird stuff, it's just because I'm trying to get the feel of it. And all I know is it's probably the funnest way to play Ellie for me in my playstyle. I mean, typically I started playing Ellie Dagger, and I haven't been playing Ellie for long. I just, about a month ago, I started playing it, and I've got to 80, and then I started playing around in PvP and stuff. And as far as everything goes, Ellie's a lot of fun, and I really, really like the Scepter focus build. If you watch any of Fantaram stuff, I actually started playing it just mainly because I've seen him playing it a lot, and he said it was a lot of fun, so I figured maybe I'd try the class out. I've tried pretty much every profession in the game, and there's only a few that I really do enjoy. And I'm pretty glad that Ellie is part of that list now. And I'm really excited for Revenant and Heart of Thorns and everything like that. And I really just want to know your guys' opinion. Truly, like, it would just be awesome. But look at that damage. Oh my god. And this, I'm pretty sure this thief still wrecks me here. It's one thing about the Scepter Focus build. You don't have any stun breaks. No, nothing like that. You have a immune on your Earth Attunement 5. But, I mean, as far as how I'm running it, I do have a arcane projectile, or whatever it's called, on one of my utility traits, or utility skills, so I'm not really, like, good at getting away from people. I'm really not good at doing much, but look how close I was to killing him in downstate there. That was a really good fight. I even had to recognize that to him and tell him that was a good fight, because damn, you know. And if you notice, I'm 140 points for a team, so that's not bad. I mean, I'm apparently carrying a lot of the weight, which is surprisingly weird. And this Ellie, like, super confused, like, no idea what he was doing. He just, like, put himself out of position. I literally walked off base and he was there, and me and this Guardian just dumpster him. And it's just silly. You will see a lot of that in PvP. And because of the fact I'm rank 32 and I didn't really get into PvP until like later on in my Guild Wars experience of playing the game. And even then, I'm not a huge fan of PvE, so I honestly don't know what I've been doing all this time. I haven't been a huge Guild Wars player over the while, but with all the changes and everything that's coming to the game, honestly, I've gotten a lot more time invested into the game since I've heard about the expansion, and I've been trying to really get back into the game, so when everything does release and everything, I can give you guys content, and hopefully just have a blast playing all the new PvE and stuff, all the new PvP, all of it, World vs. World even. I mean, I will upload it all. You guys tell me what you want. I understand that this is probably going to be a really mediocre channel until, obviously, we get some subscribers in here, and then a bit of a community. And I'd love to start streaming. I mean, I have the computer to do so. It's just hard to stream when you don't really have an audience, and I'm really not the kind of person who sit there streaming for 0 viewers for hours at a time, only to have like 1 or 2 people hop in and not really generally be interested in watching, mainly just due to the fact that there's a lot of more popular Guild Wars 2 streamers that most people will go to over the underdogs like moi. So all said and done, I would love to get a streaming schedule going or something like that. But that's for a future time. Anyways, as far as everything goes here, do you guys have any tips on how to play Scepter Focused Ellie a little bit more proficiently? I've noticed that the build is very it's very opportune based. Like, you can burst people all the time. Like, that's fine. You do so much damage. You're super squished though, and being Ellie with the lowest vitality and essential toughness in the game, I believe, besides the Mesmer, you get beat up real quick. Things like Thieves and Mesmers, Rangers are really scary. Even Power Necros are... actually, Power Necros aren't too bad, because in most cases you can just burst them while they're bursting you, and you can just eat blow for blow, and in most cases you'll win, just depending on... how many fears he's running or something like that. But regardless, the only thing I really noticed that I lack in my gameplay is rotations, a little lackluster, and I noticed that I'm not using my fiery greatsword a lot. Like, the movement on it is awesome. Like, I just feel like I should be using it a lot more. And I noticed that there was a lot of people that I see play Scepter Focus Ellie, or even just Dagger Ellie a lot. They seem to hit their water signet quite a bit, and I found that kind of strange, because I mean, you do get such a good passive just from casting abilities, and I didn't feel like the 2000 or such heal it didn't really feel worthwhile. But anyways, guys, that's just my opinion. What are your thoughts? Let me know. Anyways, guys, please like and subscribe, and have yourself a wonderful day. Please let me know what you think of Heart of Thorns and the new expansion and everything that's coming. And this was Blunt Jams. Have yourselves a great night.